Okay, hopefully everybody can hear me this time. Let me just check in the chat. Let's see, I'm sort of switching between tabs right now, so I'm not entirely sure. And I might be slightly behind you guys in terms of lag, but if you can hear me, just let me know in the chat. Ooh, that's a lot of hellos. Yes, okay, awesome. Yay, we can hear you. Brilliant. Thank you for the guys who in the chat reminding me to check that my mic worked this time. I made sure to check that about an hour ago, so I was hoping it was going to be fine, and apparently it is, so that's great. Anyway, hello everybody. I hope you're doing very well. I hope you're having a lovely Friday. I had to look at my calendar just then. I'm still not very good at knowing which day is which, but don't worry about it. But yeah, thank you for tuning in to second stream of the year. I'm trying to keep up with that, doing at least one stream a month kind of thing. I'd like to say I'm getting used to it, but I still had that like burst of pre-stream anxiety before going live just now, so we're working on it, but still gonna take some getting used to. Anyway, yeah, today is an art stream, as was the last one, as is all the streams I've done, actually, to be fair. And evidently, I've got a little sketch here that I'm gonna be working on. I decided to do the sketch beforehand because I realized after last time's stream that doing the sketch is the thing that takes like the most brain power, and because I'm going to be having to like switch between my art software and the chat window to just sort of have a little chat with you guys, it's probably better to do the thing that takes the most brain beforehand, and then I don't need to worry about thinking too much on the art front here today. But yeah, a little bit of housekeeping as per the usual before we get started. This stream is probably going to run for about the same time as the last one, so it's about 7 p.m. here in the UK right now. It probably won't go past like 9 p.m, so gonna be hanging out for about 2 hours max, or like however long this inking takes. I don't know if it's going to take that long or if it might be a little bit faster, but we'll see how we do. Yeah, just looking at the chat, good eyes on everybody who noticed the little frog champ in the corner. Yeah, I decided he could sit on my overlay and chill out during the stream. I thought that'd be pretty cute. What's the other thing I need to say before the stream starts? Oh yeah, speaking of the chat, I do have slow chat turned on. I think I tried to do it last time and I didn't actually hit the setting that makes it slow, but there should be like a excuse me, oh hiccups, oh dear, but there should be like a 60-second gap sort of limit on everybody's messages, so hopefully the chat isn't going to be too fast for me to read entirely. It's still going very quick on my end, but it does seem at least a little bit slower than last time, so hopefully that's going to work out pretty okay. But if you can't message as frequently as you could last time, that's not an error, that's just sort of, I've changed the settings, so hopefully that's all good. And I think the only other bits and pieces of housekeeping stuff is that I was watching some live stream stuff like today and earlier this week, and there was a bit of lag stuff, so I don't know if YouTube is still doing the thing where it like makes live streams freak out, but if the stream does start getting laggy at any point, just refresh the page, that tends to fix it. And yeah, I think the only other thing is, as per usual, completely unmandatory, super chats are on if you want to let your message be a bit more easily seen on my end, because like I say, the chat is still going a bit quickly, for lack of a better explanation. Sorry, I'm like talking and reading at the same time, which is why I'm kind of stop-starting. But yeah, super chats are on if you guys want to do that. Again, completely not mandatory, very much appreciated though, if you want to either get your messages more easily seen or just support the things I do here on the old YouTube. Anyway, I think that's probably enough of me chatting, so I'm gonna make a start on this inking, I think. Just working in Paint Tool Sci today as per usual. Let's take a look, zoom right in on this funky man. That's the wrong layer. There we go. I had some people asking the other day what brushes I use in Paint Tool Sci. I think I answered this last time. I think I answer it like every time it comes up, but I just use the default Paint Tool Sci brush. this one today is like 10 pixels big, with a minimum size of like 20, 30 thereabouts. But yeah, I don't use anything fancy for brushes. Just switching over to the chat to take a look. I forgot, where are my manners? I completely forgot to ask. How are you all doing today? You doing some drawing? You doing some stuff? Somebody in the chat saying Frog Chap. His name's Frog Champ, but I quite like the idea of Frog Chap. That's like a slightly more gentlemanly version, I suppose. Confetti saying, who needs to pay attention in class when I have ABD live streams? Confetti, pay attention in class. What are you doing here? You have lessons. Yes, hopefully if any of you guys have class, you can, you know, pay attention to class for the minute, and then you can watch this on demand later. You don't need to tune in live if you have stuff to do. Oh my gosh, Miracle, hello! Oh, it's so good to have you here. Sending love from the Void fam. Thank you so much, Miracle, you absolute sweetheart. Oh my goodness. Miracle, if some of you guys don't know, if some of you aren't associated prior to this moment, Miracle is a really cool cosplay person who like drops in to support like literally all of the streams we do over on the Shrieking Wizard Co channel together, me and mates, and they're just super cool, super talented, and just a delight to have here in the chat. Thank you for dropping by, Miracle. Oh my goodness. Ooh, people building stuff in Minecraft. Angus! Thank you so much. I am playing Curse of the Dead Gods while watching. I don't know what that is, but that sounds cool, dude. Ooh, Curse of the Dead Gods. I'm assuming that's a game. I don't know what else it would be. I was just sort of trying to think, like, what could you play and watch a stream at the same time, if not a game? And then my brain went to, you could play music. And I'm like, you can't really do that, because Curse of the Dead Gods sounds like, if it was music, it would be like metal music. It would be like pretty hefty stuff. But yeah, that's not exactly ideal when you know, you have some dude rambling as I am, and you for some reason want to hear what he says. Let's do this guy. Oh my gosh, oh gosh, oh no, I tabbed out for a minute and there are 3 more super chats. Hello, oh gosh. Jazzy saying, who's your top 3 favorite Overwatch characters? Okay, I'm gonna let you guys in on a deep dark bit of, and it's not quite a secret because my player profile is public on Overwatch anyway, so whoever has the misfortune of coming across me in game can freely access this information anyway. But my top 3 favorite Overwatch characters, in terms of the ones I play, I think are evidently Junkrat, and then it goes, I think, Hanzo and then Lucio. But that's just in terms of the ones I play, and the discrepancy between those characters is insane. In terms of actual favoritism, it goes, I think, McCree, Hanzo, and then Junkrat, and McCree takes the top spot purely because I'm gay. I think we can all agree on that one. But yeah, my play hours for my top 3 characters in Overwatch are horrendous. I think Hanzo is only my second played character because I got the game before they changed his abilities, so I used to just like play him just because I really enjoyed using like the scatter arrow, and then Lucio is my third, I think, at about like 30 hours maybe, just because he's like a fun little funky man. But then Junkrat I have a disgusting amount of hours on. I have it's so bad, I think I have like 300 hours on Junkrat as my top played character, and then Hanzo and Lucio are like 30 hours each, so I've played Junkrat like 10 times. It's so bad to say out loud, because it's just like, gosh, I should really learn how to do some other heroes at least half as well, but I never will. So yeah, if any of you guys maybe are not fans of Junkrat, if you really hate playing against Junkrat in the game, if you play Overwatch yourself, I'm sorry, I am the player of your nightmares, and I'm sorry you had to find out this way. Oh, Herbal Vibes says, hey man, I just think you're pretty neat. Thank you, Herbal Vibes, that's very kind. Katie Stanley, oh my good, that's my friend, hello. Hope you're having a good day, my dude. Sound design and stream time. Heck yeah. Oh, defying entirely that thing I said about doing audio work while listening to a stream there, Katie. To be fair, I think you have like superpowers to do multiple sound-based things at once. I could never. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, dude. Irate Pirate earlier said, you're one of my favorite artists and I looked up to you so much. You should be proud of your accomplishments. You've created such great art and a wonderful community, and I'm glad I found your art. Oh my god, I can't read because it's too nice. That's really kind, dude. Oh my goodness. Man. Anybody saying, like, I should be proud of myself or, like, that they're proud of me just gets me right in the heart, so, please know that you have just destroyed me there, Irate Pirate. I very much appreciate it. Oh man, I'm trying to go through and find all of these ones from a minute ago. And Kimberly, that's so generous. Oh my goodness. It just says, because I missed sending a super chat on the last stream. Kimberly, you don't need to send one every time by any means. Oh my god, you don't need to send one at all, but thank you. That's really kind. It's good to have you here, dude. Oh man, I can't even scroll through. There are too many of you. There we go. Ooh, Deal Bunny in the chat saying my neck hurts. I hope you get well soon, Deal Bunny. Oh man, sorry, I just got distracted. I saw somebody in the chat say Erin? I can't pronounce your name, I'm so sorry, but you said, I've never played Overwatch, but Symmetra, Pharah, and Tracer are my favorites. Erin, my good dude, we can never be friends. Those are like some of my... I'm kidding, you're fine. But those are some of my, like... If Junkrat is annoying to some people, Pharah, Symmetra, Tracer, and Torbjorn as well are all indescribably annoying to me as a disgusting Junkrat main. Yeah, they are just the bane of my existence whenever I play the game, honestly. Ooh, I don't know how to go back through in the chat. Yeah, cool. I found it. Sorry, some of the things at the top disappeared and I thought I did something, but they just timed out. It's fine. I totally know how streams work. Don't even worry about it. Also, I hope you guys are staying adequately hydrated. I have a cup of water and I also got myself like a funky Lucozade because I figured I would need a sugar hit to get me through like stream anxiety. So I have like Caribbean Lucozade, which tastes pretty good. So you guys, you got your tea, you got your water, you got your... I don't know if that sounded like tinny because I was like speaking halfway into my bottle, but I don't know, maybe it's like a free voice effect if... Yeah, who needs Streamlabs when you have just a bottle of juice? Oh, who's this? Bluebot Sonic, man. Hi, I don't know if you remember me, but I sent a very long super chat about my book idea last stream. Well, I wanted to say I've now started writing it. Good for you, Bluebot. I think I do remember that. I certainly remember your icon. That looks very familiar. Oh, wow. Cool. Thank you so much for letting us know, dude. I hope you're having a lot of fun doing your writing. Man. I don't know how to write things. I don't know how to write, so I've got nothing but admiration for people whose favorite creative medium is words. Like, that's a whole different branch of creative superpower right there. Let's do some of this. I don't know exactly how I intended this part to be on the sketch, but it's gonna be like this for now. Don't even worry about it. I also realized it's been ages, like absolutely years since I last drew anything for Overwatch, but I kind of got inspired by, I think it might have been BlizzCon or it might have just been a general Overwatch update, I can't remember. I think it was BlizzCon, but they dropped a couple new designs for Overwatch 2, like the characters from it. I think they did Widow and Reaper and Pharah and McCree. And initially I was like, oh cool, I want to treat myself and draw the cowboy for this week's stream. That'll be cool because he's got like a funky new outfit. But I don't know, I like opened a canvas to start drawing it, and then yeah, the spirit of Junkrat just possessed me, and I like had an idea for a for a pose and stuff, and this is what came out. So, you know, maybe I'll do McCree next time. Maybe I definitely still want to draw him at some point because like the new outfit that they, or like the new general character design that they dropped during BlizzCon, it's like when I first saw it, I wasn't completely sold on it, and then I like kept looking at it, as one does, because he's a cool dude. But I kept looking at it, and the more times like that I saw it, the more I was like, this is kind of good actually. This is kind of cool. I think a lot of the designs for Overwatch 2 are the kind of things that just like grow on you the more you see them. So yeah, might do some more of these funky video game dudes for future streams. I'm not entirely sure. I really want to figure out how to actually play Overwatch on stream as well, because they did like a new game mode recently that was like Bounty Hunter, and I've been having a lot of fun playing that one as well. So it would be very fun at some point to be able to kind of like show you guys how sometimes okay I am at that during a live stream at some point. It's just that my streaming software is kind of weird with video game footage. It doesn't quite like exporting it at the right resolution, so I kind of need to figure that out, but it would be very fun to play Overwatch on stream sometime. Ooh, Ash Record, thank you very much for the super chat. You said, I've heard you like the Magnus Archives. Yeah, what brought you to listening to it? It's funny you mentioned that. I actually got an ask about that on Tumblr the other day, and I actually stopped listening to it for a little bit, like for no other reason than the fact that like I have a hard time keeping up with like the shows that I watch in general. But I picked it up again this week while I was doing a bunch of work, and it's so fun. It's so good. I'm not entirely sure what brought me to listening to it in the first place. I think it's just one of those that like, much like the Adventure Zone and Crit Roll, it's like it's so popular online that you just hear about it all over the place, and I used to listen to a lot of like creepypasta readings and stuff like that, so it seemed like the kind of thing that was very much up my street. And it was. It's a very fun, spooky time. So yeah, if any of you guys actually listening to this, if you also like spooky stories and things that are gonna like freak you out narratively and generally just a good horror time, yeah, I definitely recommend the Magnus Archives. It's a really fun like podcast. Man, I have got a claggy throat today. Need some more of that juice, baby. I'm so sorry. I know I say this like every time I stream, but like this really is the unfiltered ADHD experience that you guys are getting right now. Joe Whitworth, thank you for the super chat, my dude. Says, panic mode. In 6 days, I'm turning 18 and will no longer have the excuse of not having a drawing tablet to not learn digital 2D art and 3D sculpting. Yeah, no excuses, Joe. You gotta get on it. You gotta learn. You gotta do stuff. No, that's no reason to panic, though, dude. That sounds like a fun time. Learning is always a good thing, just generally. It's also a fun thing, especially self-learning, I think, rather than being in a classroom, because you can just kind of like learn the stuff that you want to learn specifically and teach yourself all the fun things. So yes, I hope you have fun with that. That sounds like a good time. I think my mate Matt was talking about Blender. Is Blender the one? You can do 3D modeling in Blender, can't you? But like, I think because Worthy Kids does a lot of the sort of 3D/2D animation in that program as well. It seems like that's a good one for that kind of thing. Oh my goodness. Oh, whoa. So many of you guys in the chat again. Chloe Elrose, thank you very much. It says, super glad I caught this stream. I'm having a really rocky day with work, and this is just what I need for a pick-me-up. Love your work. Yay! Chloe, I hope you are not having too much of a rocky day, and, you know, I'm glad that this can be a bit of a pick-me-up for you. I absolutely empathize. I've been having, like, such a hard time sticking with, like, the stuff on my to-do list this week, work-wise, but, like, you'll get through it, my dude. You have got this. You can take a nice break during the stream and then get back to the grind afterwards. But for now, yeah, just kick back, maybe do some personal project work or just like some idle doodling while you're hanging out here. But yeah, cool. Thank you for being here, Chloe. Much obliged. I'm trying so hard to keep up with all of these super chats. Oh my gosh, you guys are being really kind. Zerui-san says, do you have any thoughts on the new Yeah, the new Pokemon that got announced today. Yes, that was actually the live stream that I was watching earlier that was like slightly laggy, so that's why I'm pretty sure that just like if this gets laggy you can refresh, because that worked for me while I was watching that one. But yeah, that was super cool. I'm in a group chat with some of my friends who are like really big Pokemon fans, and I love their enthusiasm whenever like a new Pokemon thing comes out. But they knew that the is it a direct? It's not. No, that's a Nintendo thing. Anyway, they knew that there was like an announcement today, and they were really excited for it. And they were like, "Is it going to be Sinnoh?" And yeah, super cool, fun new Sinnoh stuff. The what is it? Pokemon Legends that they announced. The like, it looks almost Breath of the Wildy. It's like kind of open world looking, kind of historical almost looking. That looks really cool. I'm really intrigued by the like the mix of starters that are at the start of it. It's like from multiple generations. It's like Rowlet and Oshawott and Cyndaquil. That's fun. I really like that for a combo. Ooh. Val saying, I mentioned it last stream, but your Heartless series is making me want to create something similar, but I'm constantly worried about copying. Dude, same, honestly. Like, especially with Heartless, I absolutely get where you're coming from, because, like, me, myself, I'm a big fan of this series called Radiant. Like, I have all of the volumes of the manga on my shelf. It's so good. And then when I was, like, thinking about ways to potentially rework Heartless when I was making those videos, I was like, I'm cutting it very close. I don't want to I don't want to accidentally copy the entire plot of Radiant. But there are, like, you know, certain thingamajigs and stuff that are different, and also like everybody's interpretation of certain plot threads and plot stories are gonna be different. It's like no two people can tell the same story the same way, or no two people can tell like a story the same way, rather. If you're telling the same story, then like, yes. But yeah, no, if you're making your own original series, don't worry about copying me, dude, because like, I'm very flattered that you would want to take any inspiration from me in the first place. That's super cool. Julie, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm afraid I don't have commissions open at the moment though, so I couldn't do a drawing of your Fursona, but thank you so much for wanting me to draw them in the first place, dude. That's cool. There are loads of really good artists who are way more qualified to draw Fursonas anyway. That's not really my area of expertise, but there are loads of people, especially on Twitter. If you wanted to look into some people over there, they could probably do a really good job for your Fursona. Itchy saying you are an inspiration. Oh, dude. And I wanted to let you know that it's partially thanks to you that I'm starting my own comic. You're amazing, keep it up. Itchy, you're amazing. That's so nice. Cool. Oh man, that's really neat. I will never get tired of hearing people say that like they're making stuff, just any stuff, in any capacity because of the stuff that I'm putting out. Like that's just the nicest thing. That's so cool. I hope you have fun with your comic as well. It's hard work doing comic stuff, but like it's so worth it. It's so fun. It's like such a good medium. And Chloe saying you're a very rad dude. Thank you for being here to help your fellow artists with your amazing work. I'm just out here. I don't know. Thank you. That's really nice. Oh man, so many super chats. I'm gonna run out of vocal cords. Man, you guys are real. Oh my gosh, I only just realized how many people are actually here watching at the minute. Hi everybody. Wowee. That's a lot of people. I hope you're all having a good old time here at the I don't know, I was going to try and think of like a fun name, but just the stream. Just the stream. I hope you're having a good time here. Now let's do some of this hair tie. I don't know what texture... Well, it's kind of like choppy, isn't it, straw? Because I'm doing this is the hayseed skin, because it's my favourite one. I think somebody on Instagram earlier was asking, like, is this the hayseed skin or is it the scarecrow skin? And yeah, it's obviously it's the red one. It's it's my favorite color. I'm always gonna go with the red variant of any costume or in-game option of anything. But yeah, whenever I'm playing, like, I'll switch the skins around depending on like you know, whatever takes my fancy in the moment, but whenever I'm playing competitive, which I've been doing a lot of recently, I always switch back to Hayseed. I feel like it's my, like my lucky skin almost. Like, I have terrible luck with it anyway, don't get me wrong, but it feels like the right one for, for competitive. Let's do a bit of this. I hope this looks okay. I hope this looks like straw. Why did I... no, that one. Yeah, that looks fine. Cool, cool, cool. But yeah, like I said, I'm not sure how much of this inking I'll get done during the stream, because, like, obviously I'm hopping between here and chat quite a bit, so, you know, not fully zoned in on the inking, not fully zoned in on the, you know, striving to get it done in a time limit kind of vibe, but yeah, I'm probably going to try and finish this up after the stream, like, if there is any inking left to do, or if there's, I think I'll probably colour it as well. So yeah, I'll probably try and get it finished up either today after the stream is done, or if I'm really tired then I'll probably do it tomorrow. But yeah, if you keep an eye out on socials and stuff after the stream, you should be able to see the finished version of this. But yeah, for now it's just nice to have you all here while we puzzle through it and try and get through a bit more of the stuff. The Manly Kitten Caden, first off, I love your username, that's really cool. And you said, I'm bad at words, but your art good, and a smiley face. Thank you so much, Caden, that's really cool. I don't think you're bad at words. And if you are bad at words, you're in good company for it. I am, you know, just trying my best, but don't have the best... What's the word? You see, this is a prime example. What's the word for the words that you know? It's not a repertoire, it's not a dictionary, it's not an encyclopedia. Vernacular. Vernacular. Yeah, boy. Our Final Zion, thank you as well. Watching your character design videos has inspired me to tweak my D&D characters' designs to more suit their themes, and they're looking good, so thanks. Hell yeah, dude. Wow, it says characters plural, so I wonder how many of them you've done. But yeah, again, that's freaking cool. I'm very glad to be of any kind of inspiration, I hesitate to say, or just any kind of help on the design front. That's always really nice to hear. Thank you, dude. Let's do... Oh, now it's tricky angles and stuff. It always looks fine in the sketch, but then it comes to actually cleaning it up for the inks and like, I don't know what all this is doing. I don't know what's happening here. What is this? I feel like I say this every time, like when it comes to stuff that I've drawn and I should definitely know. I should definitely know how it works, but it just ain't the way. It just ain't the way it goes. I never know quite what the sketch is meant to be in certain areas. We'll figure it out. It's fine. Let's do a bit of this and this. But yeah, man, it's already the weekend. Hopefully, I was going to say hopefully you guys have some fun stuff planned for the weekend, but we are still in the era where nobody goes outside, so I hope you have some fun indoor activities planned for the weekend. General bits and bobs. I know a lot of people have like D&D campaigns they're in and stuff, so if you guys have any sessions this weekend, I hope you're going to have a good old time and you're going to have some good rolls. Our Final Zion says 3 campaigns, 4 characters. Wow. Yeah, making them a bit more distinct to one another has helped. That's cool. Yeah, that's a lot of characters to juggle, man. Zane, thank you for the reminder to hydrate. Yes, that's a good idea. If anybody else has not had a drink for a little minute, this is also your reminder to rehydrate as well. Wow, I just got very distracted by one particular message. Somebody saying, and I don't know if it's a joke. I hope it's not a joke, because this would be amazing, but somebody said they're going to rent an entire movie theater to watch Shrek. Hell yeah, dude. That's a great way to spend the weekend indeed. Bloody hell. Man, I can't remember if I've seen all of the Shrek films. I think I have. Maybe it's the specials that I haven't seen. There's 4? There's 4 of them in the main thing. I can't remember at all what happens in the third one though, because like the first one is the original Shrek, and then the second one is Puss in Boots and Holding Out for a Hero, and those are the only two things that you need to remember about the second Shrek, because they're good time. And then the third one has King Arthur in it, and the only thing I remember from that is that there's like a scene where all the princesses are like storming the castle, and Snow White does the like da 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 from some rock song or something, and then birds attack a bunch of tree people. It's Shrek. I don't remember the plot, but I remember that happens. Star Soul Studios, you're the one who's gonna rent a theatre for Shrek. Awesome. I hope you have fun with that. Oh, it's your birthday and you work at the movie theatre. That makes so much more sense. Oh wow, so you're actually gonna do that. That's fantastic. Mega Deancy saying, I have an animation project. Thank you for the stream. Please don't call me Art Daddy. I know a lot of people were calling me Art Dad last time, but ooh, Art Daddy. That's really messed me up, that has. Oh dear. Oh, and then, yeah, I think there's a fourth Shrek. You're right, just a little shy. There's the fourth one is like the one where he gets yeeted to a parallel dimension by Rumpelstiltskin, and Fiona is like a cool warrior lady. And that's the one with like do the roar, I believe. Anyway, man, I know this is my favourite skin, but I really don't pick easy costumes to draw, just ever. This is... Okay, I'm gonna use all of my brain cells for this one and just focus in for a little minute. Because, like, ordinarily I'd just do, like, a little scribble, but, like, I want to colour this, so I kind of want to make the line work clean enough that colouring is going to be easy afterwards. So, you know, let's make it neat and tidy. Bit of this, and I think that's probably fine. That's, well, maybe I'm such a perfectionist when it comes to my line work, it's such a problem. Yeah? Maybe this? Yeah, that's fine. Oh yeah, that's some straw. That's some straw. Nice. Yeah, when all your fave characters have the most extravagant costumes, absolutely. Only the most extra. Soda saying Art Pepito. Oh man, that's first time I've heard that one. Ray Jacobs saying, oh no, I put my pen down and my kitten has decided that it's shoulder perch time. I'm sorry dude, you're stuck there now. You've been chosen. Alright, and man, I thought I was over the hurdle with this straw, but then I remembered he's got like all these mechanical parts and stuff. Like, what is this? It's fine. we can do this. Maybe I'll do like a loose interpretation of it, because like who's got the time to do it accurately, you know? Like when something's got this many parts and nuts and bolts, nah, just do some shapes and it'll look kind of like it, and that'll be fine. Let's do this and This is like another instance of me doing the line work in chunks, because like I have the hand here and then the rest of it I've merged all into its own thing, so let's make this invisible for a little minute. Man, there were loads of really good suggestions for stuff to draw on this stream as well, by the way. Like, I put out a post on just sort of all my various bits and pieces, like community tab and like Twitter and stuff. And like, you guys have some really good ideas. I ended up not having enough time to do the sketch for some of those ideas because they had like multiple characters or like they're just a bit more complicated, but I'm definitely going to hang on to them. There are some I would quite like to do in like future streams maybe. Yeah, lots of good fun stuff. Mostly like different fandom suggestions, but there was like some more specific stuff as well. It's going to be neat. Artsy saying, wait, Froggy Boy is on the right and I didn't even notice. Yeah, he's been here the whole time. He's just chilling. Anissa, don't sacrifice your sleep schedule for this. Go to bed. Go to bed. You can catch this on Rewind. You can catch it on Catch Up. It's gonna be here. You don't have to lose your sleep. Oh, Ethan, thank you, dude. Just wanted to say thanks again for the inspiration to get back into drawing. Your art is gorgeous. You're gorgeous, Ethan. Thank you. Man, yay. I know I've already said it like 5 times, but it's cool to be able to do anything in the inspiration department. That's real nice. Null Art says, Alex, how are you so good at the arts? It's just a key smash, I can't read that properly. I am adequate at art because I have been doing it for a long time. But, you know, I always hesitate to say that I'm good at anything, just generally. Just, I don't know if that's an anxiety thing or whatever, but just generally I'm like, yeah, I'm alright, but it's, you know, it's all just if I am, yeah, alright at anything, it's just because I do it all the time. Like, I have a lot of practice. That's always the thing that people advise. Just practice a lot if you want to get good at stuff, if you want to get good at art stuff or at writing stuff or at being a horrendous Junkrat main in Overwatch. Just, you know, put 300 hours into it and you'll be halfway okay. Man, I know I said before I've been like getting back into playing competitive, and like it's such a different experience playing it now because, like, as you guys know, I've like updated my computer setup recently. So before I was doing everything including like, you know, work and editing and, you know, gaming, like playing Overwatch, all from like a laptop that was not built for it. So I've gone from like I used to play Overwatch at like maybe 5 frames per second. It like really couldn't keep up with it at all, to like, you know, good video game industry standard speeds, like 60 FPS, and I can actually play the game now, and it's crazy. I've ended up getting, I think, higher in competitive now than I ever have, like rank wise, because you know, it's competitive, it's ranked. But, you know, I think I mentioned earlier that, you know, as much as I think the Hayseed skin is my lucky skin, I ended up getting higher than I ever have in ranked. And I was like, hell yeah, let's keep on going. Let's ride this wave of glory. And then, like, yesterday or the day before, I ended up losing like 10 games in a row, so I'm nearly back down to bronze again. So, you know, it swings and roundabouts. Beatrice asking, have you played Undertale? I never played it myself, but I watched all of Jacksepticeye's playthroughs of it, like doing all the different paths, and like, it's such a good game. It's fantastic. And like, it's so cool seeing, I think it's Toby Fox who made it, and who does like the music and stuff for it. But like, he did the music for Pokemon recently, and he's got like Sans is in Smash as well. How cool is that? Just absolutely living the dream. Good for him. But yeah, Undertale was really cool. That was another thing kind of like with the Magnus Archives, like every now and then if I need to focus in on doing work, I'll just pull up like a 2-hour compilation of Undertale music and remixes, and it's so good for focusing. It just really gets you in the zone. Sorry, I just turned my microphone off while I took a drink there so you wouldn't get a horrendous ASMR gulp. Tabby! Hey Tabby! It's good to see you. Thank you for the super chat, dude. Oh my gosh. Man, everybody from the Executive Producer Lounge is here. I think. If anybody doesn't know what I mean when I say the Executive Producer Lounge, that's kind of something that Matt made over on the Shrieking Wizard Co channel. There are a lot of live streams there, like every Saturday. There's actually one tomorrow. The guys are doing some Stardew Valley. But yeah, basically everybody who super chats over on the Shrieking Wizard channel is cordially invited to the Executive Producer Lounge, which is just a kind of LARP place, I guess, is the best way I can describe it. Basically, Matt will just like describe an imaginary room that everybody can sort of sit in and have a chill time, and it's quite nice. I find it quite delightful. But yes, good to have all of you here. Ada saying Junkrat is such a soft, dusty boy. I love him. He's a public menace, but he do be being a soft, dusty boy as well. I also love him. Alana says first stream I've ever managed to make it to. Yay! Hooray! Glad to have you here. By the way, any tips on drawing a more masculine form? Whenever I try, it always just looks feminine. I don't know. Probably again, it's just a case of like practice and reference and. You know, gender is it's so, you know, you can have, you know, masculine, feminine, all them kind of things, but if you're leaning for more, like, typically masculine, probably, like, more blocky shapes, more sturdy shapes, and then feminine, typically art-wise anyway, is a lot more sort of, like, squiggles and S's and curves and stuff. But yeah, I think generally, again, best thing I can recommend is just different references and different sort of means of practicing, but yeah, you can definitely cross the boundary on whether you're drawing like masculine and feminine characters. They blur together pretty well. Shape Shin Shifter. Hello, I have a question for you. Will your character Doppelglass be like a more timid of Lake from? Or will he not be his own person? I'm assuming that's a typo. I don't quite know what you're asking there, my dude. Will it be like a more timid version of Double? I'm so sorry. I don't know what that question is. If it's just about Doppel and the second Doppel from my Heartless video, general rule of thumb, they are two separate entities, if that's what you're asking, with two very separate personalities. It's just that one of them was the result of a magic thing that happened. I hope that answers your question. I'm terribly sorry. I can't quite figure out what you mean by what you've written there. And C Panda Art says, love your work. I'm new to digital, and could you explain how to use a masking layer? Tutorials don't really explain what masking layers are. Love you. Aw, thank you. That's very kind. So masking, basically, I'll do a quick example for you. Here we go. So if I draw like a circle here, masking layers, sometimes they're called clipping layers. So if I turn, if I make this layer with the circle here, I've made another layer on top of it, and I've set that layer that's above it to be a clipping layer. And basically what it means is that when I draw on the clipping layer, it doesn't go outside of this layer that's below it. It just sort of ties them together. And that's actually the way I do most of my coloring, is with clipping layers, so they are really, really helpful. Abby, you said, dude, you've cured me from weeks of art block with your stream. Thank you for everything. You're my favorite channel and I love your art. Oh, that's really good. Yay. Thank you, Abby. That's really nice to hear. Oh man, thank you for the super chat, dude. That's very kind. Frida saying, if days had colors, what would they be? Wednesday would be like bluey green, and Saturday red. That's what I think anyway. I think there are probably other calendar-based synesthesia opinions out there. Let's see, what was I doing? Aha, yes. Tricky sleeve arm. Tricky arm. Yes, here we go. So when I did this sketch, I did have I had like a reference image pulled up for his arm and his gun and like just for the skin in general, but it's fine. We're just gonna fly blind for this this little one, and it's all good. I think the sketch is pretty okay for detail anyway. Yeah, there we go. If in doubt with Junkrat, most of the time you can just kind of like add more screws and rivets, and you'll be pretty close to a to an accurate depiction. And it's weird though. I think I mentioned earlier, like I haven't drawn any Overwatch fan art in a really long time. But coming in and doing the sketch for this one yesterday, it actually felt like really familiar. It was like it's been no time at all. And I can't help but wonder, like, this is like, I said that as if it was in any way related to what I just said, but like, no, ADHD, we just jump all over the place. Don't even worry about it. But yeah, I don't know if I asked earlier, what are some of you guys, like, favorite characters' costumes from Overwatch yourselves? Like I said, this is one of my favorites. I think another one of my favorites would probably be, so because I'm, like I say, massive Junkrat trash, I have, like, pretty much all of his skins unlocked, except for the Krampus one. I didn't have enough credits to get it when it was Christmas time, and that's, like, another one that I think is very, very cool. We love a good monster outfit. One that could easily be for Halloween, but, you know, like, make it festive. I think another one of my favorites is, like, Tracer's Halloween one, but, like, the one where she has, like, a pumpkin as her time device thing on her chest. I think that one looks really cool. People saying Shiver, Reaper. Oh yeah. I love the ones that have the frost on them. They're really cool, because there's Reaper and then there's Farah as well. She has one, right? Gillian, you're completely valid. You said Zarya because I'm gay, even though I don't own the game. I didn't read the second half. Oh man, that's completely understandable. I think most people have like a favorite Overwatch character just for gay reasons. Just no other things involved. Alex knows what you did. Thank you. I nearly missed your super chat there, but thank you so much. We share a name, Pretty Pog. Can we get an Owa Owa? Owa. I know you mean the thing with like the pug voice. I literally don't know how to do that. Owa. I might have missed a few super chats here because I was tabbed into Paint Tool Sci for a little bit, so if I missed any just then, I'm so sorry, but I will see them afterwards. I always go back and check. Isaac says, I wait to watch your videos because they fill me with such a creative fire. I spend the rest of my day madly creating, drawing, writing, etc. You're my inspiration. I appreciate you so incredibly much. Isaac, that is beyond kind. Thank you so much, dude. Oh my goodness. Man, it's so weird. Like, I get... Sorry, chat going mad because I said awa awa. Froggers, yeah. But yeah, Isaac, friggin', it's so cool to hear that, like... Again, frickin', I'm repeating myself, but like, whatever, it's cool. But like, it's so cool to hear that, like, again, anything I'm doing could be in any way that degree of inspirational, because like, that's the reason, like, that I watch all of the sort of YouTubers that I follow and stuff, so it's really weird to, like, and really cool, like, it's really weird and really cool to, you know, be on the other side of that and be in any way inspirational. That's really sweet. Oh, Emily asks, I saw somebody else mention it, but I'll ask as well, any plans for a Discord server? Personally, no, I don't really know how to do that, I'm afraid. I don't really know how to do the whole making of a server, and the general stuff like that. I think some people have said in comments of my videos before that they've made their own, which is crazy to me to think that, like, oh, being perceived in like a shared group chat. But like, yeah, I don't really know how to do that personally, so I don't think I have any plans really to make like a ABD Illustrates channel Discord server. But if you are a fan of High Hopes Low Rolls in particular and you want to join in with some stuff for that community, Jenny and Beth and Matt and Amy and Jazz and me and like everybody from the Shrieking Wizard Co. and some wonderful moderators, there is a High Hopes Low Rolls Discord server that has been put together by everybody, which again, I'm not too well informed on the technical side of because I am only a grandfather, but yeah, if you want to take part in that, there's a link to it in like every Shrieking Wizard Co video, I think, and like under every High Hopes episode. So that's kind of the closest thing, but yeah, that's not really a space for ABD Illustrate stuff. That's just if you're a fan of High Hopes, you can go check that out. But for me, I don't really know how to make a Discord, so don't get your hopes up for that one. Oh, Cyan, that's a good question. Phrased hilariously, says, Alex, I beg, where can we post fan art? If you have any art that you want me to see, or like any fan art of like characters that I've made or stuff like that, generally if you just tag it with hashtag ABD Illustrates on Twitter, on Instagram, on Tumblr, I follow the tags, so yeah, it's a bit more effective than like @ing me, because sometimes depending on the platform, then like notifications can kind of get lost and I don't see everything. But yeah, if there's anything you ever want me to see that you've drawn, just tag it with hashtag ABD Illustrates and I will generally tend to find it. Thank you for wanting to draw anything in that regard, by the way. Jay, don't call me Art Granddaddy. What's wrong with you? I'm kidding, it's fine. Well, fine, maybe, I don't know. Peyton says, Alex, you are the server cryptid amongst the wizards. Yeah, typically on the High Hopes Low Roll server, I just kind of like, I always forget that you can change your, what is it, visibility? I don't even know what it is, but there's like a little dot next to your icon on Discord, right? And it's like red, green, or transparent, depending on if you're online. I always have it set to the transparent one, and I forget that like you can even change it. So every now and then I'll just sort of pop up very infrequently on the server and just be like, oh, nice. And then people are like, what are you doing here? You were online? Oh no. And that's always very funny. Toasty. Hi, thank you for the super chat, dude. Says, I've been putting off drawing a character for D&D all week, but being here has been giving me the motivation to get going. Hell yeah. That's fantastic. Putting off drawing a character for D&D. Yeah, I can absolutely empathize with that. Like, the amount of times I've put off, like, even, like, personal art, it's not even for work, but just, like, art that I want to do, I'm like, man, I really want to, like, ooh, I've got so many ideas, I want to design this character, and then it comes to actually doing it, and I'm just sort of like, I will open a canvas and then sit on my phone for a while. Yeah, definitely a relatable struggle there. Ooh, Ada, that's good advice. I don't know when the anniversary is. So you said, blah, blah, blah. You can get the Krampus skin during the anniversary event because they have all the past skins available then. Overwatch is my main addiction. It's fast becoming my main addiction at the minute. I've been playing it, like... I've been trying to get into the habit of, like, having a slightly more regular schedule, or, like, enforcing actual time off at the end of each day, because, like, typically I just sort of, like, if I have stuff to do, I'll just keep working until, like, 2 a.m. But this month especially, I've been trying to get into the habit of, like, setting myself a cutoff time of, like, 10 p.m. Like, if I'm not done with work, it's like, okay, cool, I'll stop at 10, and then, like, it can wait, I'll do it in the morning. So I always use, like, pretty much for, like, maybe this past week or two, I've just been, like, clocking off at 10 and then just hopping right onto Overwatch. So yes, very much, again, shared experience there, I would say. Toasty saying you opened your canvas and then you're here. I'm so sorry if this is a distraction, dude. Feel free to hop off and catch it later if you do have some stuff to focus on. Let's see. Now, there's a weird part here. it's like a handle. He's got like a handle and then like a spike, and I don't know if I can make that look good. I can try and make it look good. We can give it a go. Let's try some of this. Man, I definitely feel like doing the sketch beforehand has been a real game changer this stream. I feel like my brain is running a lot less operations at once, so this is pretty neat. I think I will keep up this next time for sure. Do the sketch beforehand. It's also kind of nice because then I got to like post the I post like a crop of this sort of sketch last night, so you guys have a bit of an idea of what you're in for if you tune in. So hopefully that was a cool thing for you guys as well. I think this works. I think that looks okay. Yeah, that's fine. And then there we go. Do I do that? Do I maybe there? Yeah. Whoa. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I just went to pick up my Thing-a-Lucasade and I didn't realize I didn't have the bottle cap screwed on the entire way. I picked it up and the cap just went flying across the room. Oh boy. There we go. And out here scaring myself with my own inability to close a bottle. Sorry, I got very distracted by the chat there again for a second. So, Blackwinged Idiot 24 says, next year I might want to make my own YouTube, but I'm scared of what people might do or say if I were to make one. I don't really know how best to phrase the advice that's about to come out of my face, but like, just fuck it, dude. Just go for it. It's whatever. Like, I absolutely understand the like anxiety of putting things out on the internet for sure. Like, I still get that every single time I upload something. I'm like, man, hopefully people like it. Like, hopefully it's all right. Hopefully like there's nothing in it, because I get like such bad social anxiety in real life anyway. I'm constantly like, oh, hopefully I didn't say anything just then that was accidentally like rude or something like that, you know? So it's the same vibe whenever I upload a video. Like, oh, what if I accidentally said some slang that's bad or something, you know what I mean? But like, ultimately it's fine. Generally, anxiety is always going to blow things to a way more like worrisome degree than it actually is for your brain. Like, you're going to end up worrying about something a lot more than is actually warranted. So yeah, if it's something that you think is going to be fun, if it's something that you want to do, absolutely, yeah, just go for it. I'm so sorry, Lena. I'm so sorry. Literally says, like, join the stream, and immediately I'm out here swearing. I think I forgot to put, like, a swearing warning at the start of this, because, like, again, ADHD, no filter. This is what you get during the live stream. It's all just, like, straight from brain to mouth, which means that my vernacular, full of cuss words, is in full force. But yeah, no, if you want to... Yeah, sorry, just looking at the chat again. But yeah, if you want to do, like, YouTube stuff, if you want to do any kind of stuff, I have, like, some mates who are thinking of getting into doing, like, Twitch and stuff, and YouTube themselves soon. And, like, yeah, it's a fun time. It takes a hot minute to get used to making things and putting them out and people seeing them. But it's fun. It's good. And the more you do of it, the more you get used to it. It's like with the art practice and stuff, right? It's cool. Again, completely like no filter here, and no like, oh, I can phrase this in a way that makes it make sense. No, it's just like sort of going directly from my brain to my mouth, to my mouth. So again, hopefully what I'm saying is making sense. You know what I mean. Demon Bunny says, oh my gosh, hearing Alex say fuck is so weird. Man, it's so weird that anybody is surprised by me swearing, because if you ask any of my friends, I swear all the time. It's like every other word in my sort of everyday speech is just fuck. So yeah, it's always quite funny when people are surprised. Beatrice saying, whenever I have art block, just straight to ABD Illustrates. Hopefully we'll get to see more Heartless soon. Yeah, I do have sort of the next couple of concept corners. I know what I want to do for them. Those videos in particular, because I draw like multiple characters in them and I go quite in depth about like the story of it and stuff, so there's a lot to say and there's a lot of footage and there's a lot of like, you know, voiceover and stuff. They take a hot minute to make. So hopefully you guys don't mind waiting for more of them, but yeah, I have some ideas for the next few. So hopefully you'll look forward to it. But yeah, Heartless, I definitely want to do some more Heartless stuff for at least the next 1 or 2 installments of Concept Corner, and then I actually have a couple of other stories that I would really like to cover in that series, so hopefully you guys can look forward to those too. I'm very excited to be able to talk a bit about those as well. It's going to be fun. Jeremy says, do you ever want to play Genshin Impact? I think the characters look very cute. I don't know if I want to as much as like some of my mates are like adamant that I should. And if they're watching, they know exactly who they are. Number one Venti stan. But yeah, a lot of my friends have kind of said like, hey, Genshin's pretty cool, you should check it out. But I just like don't have time generally. I think this is how this thing looks. But it's always very cool seeing, like, by proxy of my friends playing it, the kind of stuff of it, because it looks really pretty. I'll definitely give it that. But yeah, I don't think I've ever actually played, like, because it's like an MMO, right? You kind of, you hop on, you play online, it's got that kind of vibe. And I don't think I've ever played one of them outside of, like, Habbo Hotel when I was, like, 10. Gabriel! Hey, Gabriel! Thank you so much, dude. Said, your Concept Corner videos are my absolute ideal content type on YouTube and the kind I want to make one day. Truly a huge inspiration. Friggin', that's awesome, dude. Truth be told, they're my kind of ideal content type as well. Very, very much inspired by Ray from... Ray? Why do I get confused every time I say it? I've heard it out loud before. Anyway, Ginger Ninja, oh whoa. She's got a series over on her channel where she does like her Prism characters, and those were the ones that like really inspired Concept Corner. I was like, oh yeah, a chance to like talk about stories and stuff. I would love to do that. Let's do that. I'm gonna sneeze. Ugh, man. Ugh. Okay, anyway. Sorry, that was gross. But yeah, again, just sort of on... Man, that sneeze just sort of shot my train of thought directly out of the station. But yeah, in terms of like ideal content, I think that's why Concept Corner is so fun to make, because it's like the exact kind of stuff I enjoy watching, so it's like really, really fun to make it as well. So I'm glad you enjoy it. That's neat. Oh no. Oh no. Thank you for blessing me in the chat. I appreciate it. I just realized like none of you guys have heard me sneeze before. Yeah, it's horrendous. Oh no. Oh god, the chat's going so fast right now. I know it's a cute sneeze. It's my curse. Thank you guys for blessing me. I'm gonna go into my drawing software now for a bit. Oh man, I don't even know why that was because I'm not wearing any sleeves right now. That'd be why. I was gonna say I don't know why I'm sneezing, but I should probably get a jacket or something. I won't, because I feel toasty, but I feel like my nose is just like put a jacket on when the rest of my body is actually like, no, it's fine. I think that's how that piece looks. That's alright. Yeah. I'm glad that you can't... I'm just smiling to myself. I'm glad that you can't like clip things on YouTube the way that people do on Twitch, because otherwise I feel like the fucking 2-second sneeze segment would have been snapped up right then. Sushi McNushi says, would you do a speed paint with Ginger Ninja OO, specifically for her Animal Crossing series where you redesign them as humans? That'd be really cool. I personally am entirely too awkward to ask. I feel like there's always that barrier with just any online art people, even art mutuals, because me and Ree follow each other. Like, she's popped into the stream sometime as well. That would be really, really fun. It'd be cool, but yeah, just too socially awkward to ask. But I would definitely not say no, depending on how crazy busy my schedule is, because I do have a lot of stuff coming up at the minute. But yeah, that'd be cool. I want to do some more stuff in the way of collaboration at some point, because there are so many great creators on this big old website that we call YouTube. And yeah, it'd be really nice to do. I haven't really done much kind of collab stuff outside of like videos I've made with Shriek and Wizardco, which, you know, if you do want to see some of them, they're all over on the Shriek and Wizardco. And I think we've got one on here where we were all in a group chat swapping character designs and stuff, and that was really fun. There is something really good about like the collaborative energy you can get during like shared drawing sessions where you can like bounce ideas back and forward. It's such a unique kind of vibe, and I really, really appreciate it, because it just sort of helps good ideas to come forward a lot more easily. It's kind of like I don't know if I mentioned this last stream because I don't know when it came about, but something like a bit of terminology that's become very commonplace in my household recently is rubber duck debugging, which, if any of you guys have heard of that, it's when like programmers have like a rubber duck on their desk, and if they're having a problem, they just sort of say it out loud to the rubber duck, and then somehow by talking they figure out what the problem is and they can fix it. And I'll do that so often when I'm like in the kitchen having a coffee with my mum or something. I'll just be like, oh yeah, I need to do this, but then I don't really know how to go about it. And then just because I'm talking out loud, a new idea will come forward as I'm speaking, and I'll be like, I only thought of that just now as I'm talking, but that's exactly the solution I needed. Thank you for sitting there and like just listening to me say things. And whenever that happens, my mum just goes like, rubber duck, and it's just because of that little trivia. So that's fun. Look at the minutes. I don't know what minutes is. Not gonna lie, rubber duck debugging works better with a teddy, but it does work. That's fair enough, to each their own. Either a rubber duck or a teddy or a willing family member. Oh, Alex, wow, I didn't even notice. Hi, Alex, thank you. Speaking of concepts and OCs, how do you keep designs consistently recognizable? I tend to have trouble drawing the same character multiple times in different ways. Fake it till you make it, baby. Yeah, that's really weird. That like reminds me of a very specific memory I have of like when I was really, really young, like starting out doing various like manga ideas and stuff like that. I had one series where there was like a pair of twins, and I asked myself the same question. I was like, how do I make these two look the same enough for it to be recognizable that they're twins? And then it was years later that I realized that I could have just drawn the same character twice. So it's not quite the same as the answer you're looking for, but for some reason that just really reminded me of that. Sorry, I got the hiccups there for a second. But yeah, how do you keep designs consistently recognizable? Just pretend that you can until you can. That I don't know, again, I don't know if that completely makes sense, but like there are so many times when like I'll be working on like a frame for High Hopes and stuff, or I'll be like trying to draw like a comic panel or something like that, and yeah, even I won't be entirely convinced that like the character is recognizable, but I don't know, you just kind of go with it until you think they look recognizable enough. I think that's more what I was trying to say. Like, as long as they look recognizable enough, then it's good. People will know, right? It's kind of like with Junkrat here. Like, how am I trying to phrase this? Having a recognizable like couple of design features goes a really long way. So like for instance with Junkrat here, that's what I was trying to get to. He's got like the tire and the cannon and like the, you know, this is a very specific outfit, but he's got like these certain design features where no matter how you draw it, even if you were to just do like a little like boop, 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 like this kind of thing, like a chibi, that's the one. If as long as you include like certain details, people are going to be like, oh, that's that, cool, I recognize that. So yeah, stylistically, don't really need to worry about it too much, just sort of, yeah, make sure you're consistent with the basics and the most hiccups again, ugh, and the most recognizable elements, and yeah, 9 times out of 10, it's going to be recognizable that you're drawing the same character. Especially if you're still developing your art style as well, or at least if you feel like you're still developing your art style, it's likely to change a lot across the different times that you'll draw the same character. That's especially true if you look at like famous manga and stuff, like One Piece, like the art style of when it started, like Chapter 1, versus the art style that it has now. Like, the art style changes so much over the years, but you can still tell that the characters are the same because they have really distinctive designs, and they've kind of like evolved with the comic over time. So yeah, I think rather than worrying about keeping the art style consistent enough to be recognizable or anything like that, yeah, just see if you can make the design like really clearly telegraphed, if that makes sense. Yeah, anyway, I feel like I really rambled there for a minute, but hopefully, again, that makes sense. I do always try and sort of give good advice where I can on these streams, but I feel like at a certain point it does just devolve into me over-explaining, so it's fine. Val saying, my friend and I's favourite game is Date the Bleach chapter by How the Faces Are Drawn. That sounds like a fun game. That sounds like a pretty good little bingo challenge. That's cool. Ooh. Dr. Schlug says, do you have any tips for drawing clothing folds and stuff? Besides the fact that like it should follow the flow of the pose, like that, like this is going up here and all of that. I think generally the best thing I could recommend is checking out some of the tutorials made by Miyuli. Yeah, I have like I have their art book, and they put like a lot of like tutorial images online and stuff, and they are like really educational for that kind of thing, like really helpful, really informative. Yeah, that would be my recommendation there, because I don't personally have a ton of recommendations on the clothing fold front. I kind of just, again, fake it till you make it a lot of the time. But if you want some actual, like, specifically educational advice on that front, definitely check out Miyuli on Twitter and various platforms like that. Oh my goodness, Alex. First off, nice name. Second off, thank you so much for the super chat. Whoa. Says, yes, donation. Back to lurking. Love you, Art Dad. Okay, you can call me Art Dad this one time. No, thank you for the donation, dude. That's really generous. Thank you. Oh, Omni in the chat asking how you spell Miyuli. You spell it exactly the way you wrote it there. That is correct. Bailey asking, do you like to draw buildings? No, I hate doing backgrounds. They are so difficult. Some people really enjoy drawing backgrounds, some people really enjoy drawing animals. I'm not a fan of either of those things, because they're hard and it's difficult. Mind you, I've discovered a lot of tools and stuff recently in various programs like perspective rulers and like different websites that sort of help you with like 3D models and stuff like that you can use, and that sort of helps with the process because you can like chop and change that and use it as you need, and big fan of that. But in terms of like trying to figure out backgrounds from scratch, I could go without it. I could I could go without doing that. But much like with writing, like I said earlier, I have nothing but respect for people who enjoy writing as a creative medium. I also have, I would say nothing but respect, but I hold respect and also a bit of fear of people who genuinely enjoy drawing scenery and backgrounds and stuff, because you're just too powerful. Oh, Hannah saying that I forgot to mute when I drank again. Sorry, you got the full ASMR there. I'm terribly sorry. Do I have any tips for drawing a banner for YouTube? Also, I think I know you. I think that might be Zach. Hello. But yeah. I think the only advice I would have on that front is that the YouTube banner proportions are kind of weird, because you have to make it like a square picture and then also put the important stuff in the middle, because it crops it really weirdly, because it's supposed to be on computer and like full screen as well, so it's kind of weird. But no, I don't have much in the way of advice for banners and things. Not particularly. Oh my goodness, how are we already an hour and 20 minutes into this? Good golly. The Bologna artist? Whoa, that's a fancy name. Hi, just want to say you're really awesome and you're the reason I'm into D&D. Okay, bye. Bye. Wow, cool. Thank you, dude. That's awesome. Yeah. And you're the reason I'm into D&D. That's so cool. I see a lot of people say that in the comments of like my D&D videos and stuff, that like that's the reason they got into D&D and now they're playing in campaigns that they really enjoy and stuff, and that is always so heartwarming, because like D&D is such a massive part of my life. Like I've made so many friends through it who I love very, very much, and it's just a real good time. So it's always really neat to see like other people having a similar experience and like discovering it and having fun with it themselves. Yeah, I'm glad you're having a fun time, dude. Man, if you guys are drawing at home right now, you guys getting on okay with your drawing and stuff? You being creative? Hannah, you'll be glad to know that I muted the mic again there because I took another drink. Fern asking, do you have any advice for choosing colour palettes for character design? I think there was more to that question, but it just like whizzed up off of my screen, so I'm sorry if I missed anything there. In terms of colouring advice, for character design specifically, I think I've mentioned this in certain videos before, but like you kind of want to limit your palette a bit, because like typically anyway, it's kind of, there are no rules really, but just in terms of advice that I try and follow, typically if you think of like any cartoon character or like game character or costume, like Hayseed, like this kind of thing, it's all very typically limited to about like 2, 3, 4 main colors. So with this one, it's like red and sort of browny orange, all those kind of warm colors. And also it kind of stays on one side of the color wheel, so in the more like warm tone section. And then there is like the scarecrow skin as well for this one, as an example, that has more of like yellow and green and blue, and that tilts just a little bit more into the cooler section of the wheel. But in both instances, the palette is still kind of limited to just a select few colors. For me personally as well, if I'm doing a character design, I'll try and pick colors that kind of match the personality of the character. So if you've seen my Heartless video, they all have colors kind of that, again, try and match their personality. So like Heartless is really lively, so he's got a yellow palette. Ira is, you know, he's ice themed anyway, but also he's kind of frosty, so he's got like cool blues and stuff. And that's kind of the same thing if you look at other characters with similar palettes, like Naruto, he's got like orange and yellow as his main things, and he's quite lively, and then like Sasuke is a lot more not that, and he's blue. You know, it's kind of the same reason that like a lot of magical girl protagonists have like pink hair, because they're like really bubbly and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, it all kind of comes down to personal preference and whether you want to maybe subvert that kind of thing. But in terms of like just basic color theory, there are probably a lot of videos that would explain it better than I can. But yeah, typically if you try and just stick to a handful of colors, that'll do you right. Oh, Alex, hello again. What's what's your favorite form of shading, if I may ask? And thoughts on Overwatch 2. It's a little off topic for an art stream, but I'm really excited. It's not off topic at all. I'm drawing something from Overwatch, so it's pretty on topic. Favorite form of shading? I think I used to use it more in my old videos, but multiply layers, or like, well, multiply layers with specifically like colorful sort of colors selected for the shading itself. They tend to work pretty well, but I've kind of gotten to the habit recently. If you look at kind of just my more recent videos in general, or even my sprite on this video, yeah, just using like gradients and doing just sort of like straight up color picking for shades and stuff. I think I've done some shading once or twice where I use like a lighter tone for the shading, I think, or like just like a very saturated like purple or something, and that was really fun as well, so I quite enjoy that. In terms of Overwatch 2, I'm also pretty excited, I'm not gonna lie. Like I say, the designs, the designs of the characters kind of like, they take a minute to get used to, but overall I've really liked them so far. I think Genji's is really cool, that was released quite a while ago, his design. And like I said, McCree's design is pretty good. But yeah, I think it's supposed to be more like story based, isn't it? And like you can use like a skill tree to get different abilities. I think I mentioned earlier that the reason I have so many hours on Hanzo in the game is because I used to play him back when he had Scatter Arrow. And I think in Overwatch 2 you can actually get that through the skill tree again, so I will be quite happy to see Hanzo back to rights. Oh, Aaron says, so black and white are neutral for character design colours? Yeah, you can kind of use them as an outlier. Black and white are like the Spider's Georg of colour picking for character designs. That Awkward J asking, oh shoot, how late am I? We're about hour and a half into the stream. I'm probably going to go for like another half hour, my dude, but don't worry, if you want to watch the start, it's going to be going up as a video right after we're done, so don't worry about missing anything at all. Sebastian asking, anybody have any tips on how to get ABD to notice you? Nope, none at all. Yeah, no advice on that one, I'm afraid, Sebastian. You'll just have to keep on going unnoticed. Let's see. So I don't know if this is what the bottom of the shirt looks like, because like I say, I don't have the reference pulled up that I was using yesterday. But it looks okay. I think that's probably fine. Let's see. Do I want to do more tricky mechanical parts? Or anything else? Let's go with anything else for the minute. That sounds like a great idea. Man, this has been a very chill time so far, I've got to say. Like I said at the start, I always get very, very anxious on stream days. Whoa. But yeah, today I didn't actually feel super anxious until about like maybe like 6 o'clock, and the stream is like started at 7, so only for like the hour leading up to the stream. So it's neat. I'm looking forward to hopefully getting a lot more used to doing this, because like I say, I want to get used to doing it, doing like at least a stream a month, because this is really fun. It's always nice to just kind of hang out and chat for a bit and answer you guys' questions and just do some very chill, very slow pace, because I'm only looking at it half the time, inking like this. And yeah, I hope you guys are having a nice time as well. Rowan saying, what do you think the hardest part of a human to draw is? I would say probably the feet. You might be able to tell, I normally keep the shoes on. I don't... It's quite difficult. But yeah, it kind of varies person to person, because depending on the like build of a character, there are some like, especially in fantasy, there are a lot of like strange body types that I'm not particularly familiar with, or that like challenge the learned information rather that I know about anatomy. So yeah, it kind of varies, but as a general rule of thumb, I would say the feet. But there are always things on characters that are really hard to draw, and it kind of varies depending on the character. Like for this one, it would be the feet, but also the mechanical hand and the peg leg and the big old gun and stuff. So you know, depends. Ah, thank you, Roman. You cool dude. I'm pretty sure that's you, Zach. I'm pretty sure. I can never remember your username. Thank you, dude. Ooh, Cryptic Blue, what do you think of the new Little Nightmares 2 game? I haven't watched the playthrough for it yet. I don't often play a lot of sort of games. I don't play a lot of PC games or like narrative games myself, because I just kind of don't have the attention span. And especially with horror games, I am also a coward, so that is a factor. But having said that, I do love watching horror games and like playthroughs of them. So I think Jacksepticeye is doing a playthrough of it at the minute, so I'll probably watch his. He's kind of always my go-to for horror games. I've been watching his channel since I was in like year 12, probably earlier, so like ages and ages ago. But yeah, thank you for reminding me. I meant to check that out. But it looks creepy. Definitely looks creepy. Oh, Jack is on part 3 so far, cool. Oh, Roman, I'm sorry I got your identity wrong. I think you have a very similar username to one of my mates. Oh, you're from the Stardew stream, that's why your name's familiar. Amazing. Oh, it's good to have you here regardless. Fantastic. Thank you for clearing that up, though. I would hate to have kept misidentifying you. Ooh, loads of people recommending different playthroughs of Little Nightmares now. That's awesome. Tips for dynamic posing. Probably there's nothing I could really advise you on by saying it right now, but I would recommend looking up line of action. Just any advice on like line of action. It really like makes or breaks a dynamic pose if you can nail that. But yeah, maybe I can show you what I mean. Yeah, I'll turn the inks off for a second. So line of action is basically like in this pose, what the main line of sort of stuff that's happening is. So with this, it's like a big curve. So you can see it's quite dynamic because it's a curve and it's fun. And then you can see there's like another line of action kind of crossing between the legs there. That's not a very good curve, but you know what I mean? Goes up that way, follows through. Another one made by sort of this shape. So it's kind of like the general shape of the pose. Man, I can never remember the name of the artist, but there's like this one artist who, and if anybody knows who I'm talking about, because you might do just based on the description, but they do a lot of art on Twitter, and they do a lot of art for that superhero show, The Boys, but they also had like a bunch of really cool pictures they did for like Peter Pan, and they're really dynamic. They have like a lineless art style. If anybody knows their name, please do drop it in the chat, but they have really good, like if you study their sort of poses and stuff and try and do that same sort of like drawing a line on it kind of thing, they have some really good like dynamic poses that would really help to inform line of action, so maybe check them out if anybody can remember their name, because unfortunately it does escape me right now. Crow saying, how do you feel about Genshin Impact? I personally feel that the game has top tier anime boy designs. Yeah, I think I mentioned it before because I think somebody asked about Genshin. But yeah, it definitely looks really, really pretty. The character designs for it are all very, very appealing. So yeah, I feel like it's very pretty. Legend of Alice, thank you for the super chat, says, Little Nightmares 2 is amazing, but gosh did it make me jump. You watch Lily Pichu's stream and you're drawing your gay bratty thief as we speak. Fantastic. Yeah, I'm looking forward to being scared silly watching the playthrough. I think that's always one of the fun things about watching other people play horror games, is that you don't have to experience the terror completely firsthand. Demon Bunnies asking, hey chat, should I try out My Hero Academia? Yes. Yes, you should. So that's like one of my favorite series. That's another one that I have like all of the manga volumes on my shelf right now. Very good time. No spoilers if you have seen it, but if anybody saw the Two Heroes movie, the second movie basically, the most recent one that came out, oh my gosh, that was so fun. I watched that recently and man, was it Studio Bones? It's like the studio that does One Punch Man, I think, or at least one of the animators for One Punch Man did the final fight scene in that movie, and it looks so good. It was so pretty to watch. And some of the scripting stuff, it's just hype as hell. I'm a big old fan of My Hero Academia. Soda, thank you for the super chat, my dude. You said, hello, Art Pepito. I am never going to get over that. Tell us the secrets of clean line art. Also, your concept corners are my medicine for art blocks, so thank you. Thank you, Soda. I think clean line art, my secret is just the undo button. I just kind of keep drawing lines until one of them hits the right spot. And also I do that thing where like I draw on different layers, so I'll have like layer 1, layer 2, and I'll do the main drawing on this one, and then I'll add a bit to it on layer 2, and then when it's all done, I'll sort of merge them together, and then keep repeating that cycle. But that kind of works for me. That's my personal method. I don't know where I picked that up from, but it's certainly become a habit. Oh, somebody's saying Lumity. Is that the artist I was talking about? Are they Lumity? I can't Google it right now because I have I have the stream open on my internet tab. A mystery for ongoing solving, I think. That one. Oh, bye, Leon. Thank you for being here. You gotta go. Yes, the eraser does definitely also help for clean line art. That's a good point. Oh, Lumity's from Owl House. Sorry. Oh, Dragon's Bane. What brush do I use for line art? It's literally just the standard paint tool size pen tool. I just have the size set to like 10 pixels and 20% minimum. So it's nothing fancy, nothing extra downloaded, it's just the default size stuff. Do a bit of dish. I keep getting very distracted by the chat and I almost like forget that I have a picture to do. Can I say you guys just bring in some real sparkling conversation to the table right now. Now this, I know it like fans out in a certain way, so you can kind of like, it's almost like a circle, it goes like that. But do I want to do that, or do I just want to do like a big old broom? I might put a pin in it and come back to it and do the rest of his trousers, because that's going to be easier than trying to integrate straw into a big metal component. But we'll see how we do, we'll see how we get on. Aw, Autistic Leopard, I'm glad to be able to give you some serotonin, dude. I hope you're having a good day as well. That's real nice. Ooh, Cryptic Blue, that's a good question. Any plans on drawing Hypnosis Mike fan art? Oh my gosh, I enjoyed that series so much. I know it's like a rhythm game or something. It's only available in Japanese, the original one. But I think, yeah, it was like it was a game, and then basically it came out with an anime this year or last year, and it was really good. It had no business going that hard, but it absolutely slapped. Like all of the songs were really cool, and yeah, I don't want to spoil anything in case anybody hasn't seen it, but I was so happy with some of the narrative choices towards the end, because with you know, anime with that many pretty boys in it, you expect it to go like a certain way that's very typical, and it didn't exactly go that way, and I was very happy because, like, my favorite is Doppo, and I feel like they treated my boy right. He had some of the best songs, the best verses. I should probably explain. Hypnosis Mike is the anime where it's kind of like how in Yu-Gi-Oh! They solve all of their problems with children's card games. In Hypnosis Mike, they solve them by having rap battles, and it's literally just like 4 teams of 3 really pretty anime men. So yeah, Doppo's my favorite. I'm not super keen on the... what's his name? The Doctor in his team, basically. I don't think he had like the best raps, generally. He has like a really weird style, but yeah, Doppo, and I want to say Hifumi is his flatmate. Those two are really good, and also the team that's like, what is it, like Yakuza Police Navy? If you've seen it, you know what I mean, because they have a song where that's the lyric. But those guys are really good. I really like the leader on that team. He had some moments that were just like, this is so cool. But yeah, in terms of whether I'm gonna draw anything for it, that's a really good idea. I completely forgot that was actually something that I wanted to do, so thank you for the reminder. I'm absolutely gonna put that on my sort of like post-it note of ideas after this, because I would love to draw some Hypnosis Mike stuff. But yeah, anybody in the chat who also loves Doppo, you have immaculate taste. Oh, bye Dragon Fruit, I hope you've had a lovely time. Sorry, I turned my mic off again to take a drink, and then my my Lucasade fizzed up massively, so I don't know if you guys heard that. Doppo and Juto. I don't know which one Juto is from Hypnosis Mike. Is that one of the ones... Juto, that rings a bell. Which one is that? Because I know there's like a trio that's in the game that's not in the anime quite yet, but I'm hoping they're going to have another season, so we get to meet them, because I think one of them is like a comedian, and I think that would be really funny, or at least really interesting to see what like music they make. But I'm not sure which one Juto is. It's probably going to be one of my favorites, and I've just forgotten his name now. Jack saying my boy Doppo finally getting the recognition he deserves. Hell yeah, dude, Doppo is the coolest. He's so good. I don't know which episode it was, but they had like a what was they had like a song, Doppo's team, where it was almost like a breakup song with like a character that they basically just introduced that episode, and it was great. But there's like it's something about like a train platform and stuff. That one like was really good. I listened to that about 5 times. It was like the murder mystery episode almost, like they were crime solving and stuff like that. But the song from that one was really good, and again, it was just Doppo coming through, best boy. Oh, Juto's the policeman, of course. Ah, thank you, Malachi. I completely misread your username there for a second. I thought it said Michaela. Malachi, thank you. Juto is the policeman. Mad Trigger Crew, the Police Yakuza Navy team, are just so good. Also, I think those two are probably my favorites, because it's like, oh, that's the other team. I was trying to remember this whole time. I was like, yeah, there's Mad Trigger Crew, there's Doppo's team, there's the Buster Bros, and then the other one just completely slipped my mind, but that's the one with Ramida, who, again, if you haven't watched Hypnosis Mike, spoilers maybe, but it's not really too much. It's not like a big plot thing, but like Ramida's inside voice, Ramida's like thinking voice, confused me so much when I first heard it. Because he's a very cutesy character, and then he's got like such an intense thinking voice, and it's so funny. So that like really threw me when I first heard it happen. But yeah, it's a lot of very fun characters. Have you seen ENA? I don't know what that is, I'm afraid. I might have, but I don't know what those initials stand for. Matenro, that's the name of Doppo's team. Thank you again, Malachi, coming through with the information. Fantastic. But yes, Cryptic Mint Plant, I don't know what ENA is, so maybe I have, but I could not say. Let's see if we can finish this straw. This is one instance doing stuff like this where I kind of wish I'd done this inking in Clip Studio, because I literally downloaded like a fringe effect brush the other day that would have done this so fast. I am really looking forward to doing some more stuff in Clip Studio, actually, because literally today before this stream I finished a bunch of like prep work and like video work and stuff, which means I should hopefully have some free time this weekend. And I'm really looking forward to using it to familiarize myself a bit more with Clip Studio and stuff, because I'm having so much fun with it. But yeah, I think I mentioned in my most recent video as well, like I really want to do some more comic stuff this year, and hopefully gonna get to do some of that before the year is out. Fingers crossed. But yeah, I'm very glad that I've kind of had the opportunity to get at least a bit more accustomed to Clip Studio while I was making that video. That felt very fortuitous, since I do want to start using it a bit more anyway. Oh, Evanora, yeah, I've seen She-Ra. Freaking loved She-Ra. Such a good show. I think my favourite princess was probably Entrapta. She's so cool, I love Entrapta. And, oh man, I know I had another favourite, but who was it? I'll see if I can remember by the end. I probably won't. But I'll give it a go. Yes, Chloe L. Rose, thank you so much. The artist I was talking about before with the really dynamic art and the Peter Pan stuff is Syra Says on Instagram. That might be Syra Verjas or something like that, right? They've got like a V surname. Anyway, if you guys can see that super chat up there that Chloe has very kindly put with that name, then if you wanted to check out that very dynamic art style stuff, that would be the one to go and take a look at. Thank you again, Chloe. That's right. Thank you to everybody who's been sort of filling in the blanks in my memory during this stream, actually. It's very helpful. I definitely appreciate it. Scorpia, that's her name. Scorpia's really cool as well. I love Scorpia. Yeah, I love, obviously it's a show made by the gays for the gays, and the quality is so improved just for that fact. But like, what other show has like such fantastic himbo characters just across the board? Like, you've got Scorpia, you've got Seahawk, you've got Bo. They're just great. It's just such a fun time. I think somebody earlier was asking as well if I was excited for Infinity Train Book 4, Infinity Train, if I can pronounce it properly. I binged the entirety of all 3 books of Infinity Train in like one day, or maybe like across 2 days. It was a very short span of time, basically. But it's such a good show. I started watching it and I was like, maybe I'll binge it, or maybe I'll, watch a bit now, watch a bit throughout the week. I'll get through it slowly. And then I watched like 2 episodes and I was like, right, I am binging all of this right now. It's very cool. I'm excited to see who season 4 is gonna or book 4 rather, is gonna focus on, because it's kind of always like a person from the previous book, or like a side character from the previous book. So yeah, that's exciting. I can't quite remember who was in the third one. Maybe it'll be the little girl? I don't know. Or the person she went with, maybe? I think that'd be cool. What's a train? I don't know where to begin answering that, Candy Hands. Oh yeah, people talking about the Dragon Prince in chat as well. I haven't watched that one, but I absolutely need to. It's been on my watch list for like ages and ages. I think out of like all of the 3D animated shows that have come out lately, it looks like the most fluidly animated. I saw like a clip of it the other day, came up on my TikTok timeline or something like that, and it looks like it's got the kind of like, what is it called, like squash and stretch, or like stretch and pull, but like the really cartoony way of animating, kind of like how they did it in Spider-Verse. And it just looks really visually appealing, and apparently the story is really good, so I would very much like to check out the Dragon Prince as well, but I haven't quite yet. Haven't gotten around to it. At the minute, I am still, I think, maybe a week, maybe by the time I actually catch up with it tomorrow, I'll probably have 2 episodes backlogged, but at the minute I'm just trying to keep up with Jujutsu Kaisen, because I'm really enjoying that. I also really want to watch the Demon Slayer movie. I've been so excited for it ever since it came out, but it's taking ages to get subbed, and I'm not quite sure when it comes out. But man, I've been like excited for that as soon as I finished watching the full series of Demon Slayer last year. So very excited on that front as well. Oh, Finn recommending High Rollers D&D. I've seen them a lot on my TikTok timeline as well lately. They're the one with they have like a comedy man as their DM. I've seen him in skits. Talking about New York, and then I see him as well in clips from High Rollers talking about being somebody's romance partner. I hope that's the right one that I'm thinking of. I hope that's the right like D&D show that I'm thinking of. Kitty Cat, I have not watched Bungo Stray Dogs. However, I know that by proxy of one of my absolute best mates, that Kunikita is is the best boy. But yeah, by recommendation of my good buddy, that is also apparently a very good show that I have just not gotten around to watching. I have a lot of shows that I've been recommended by like tons of people, and I just haven't had the brain cells to actually sit down and watch them. So I think that's probably going to be the answer to a lot of the questions coming in chat at the minute. Oh, High Rollers is the Yogs cast one. Thank you, Jazz. Maybe, who am I thinking of then? Maybe that is that one? Oh, Dimension 20 was the one I'm thinking of. Thank you, Judy. Yeah, okay, in that case I'm not sure which one High Rollers is. But that's another good recommendation, it sounds like. I think some of my mates watch that one. Yeah. Jazz probably does, because Jazz knew what it was from. Oh, I don't know what the question was, but I just saw a message about Avatar: The Last Airbender come up in chat. You'll probably be very disappointed to hear that I still haven't finished watching the the original series. Again, I got like halfway through, and then the ADHD demons took the wheel, and I just never finished it. But I did see the news about it recently that apparently there's like a whole studio that's going to be dedicated to Avatar, which is really cool. So yeah, definitely some renewed incentive to finish watching it. But I do love what I've seen of it so far. And I think I did watch it when I was a kid. I just like completely forgot the story, so I was rewatching it, and then I only got halfway through when I was watching it recently. So. Cami asking if anybody has any anime suggestions. Again, I would recommend Jujutsu Kaisen, Demon Slayer, Hypnosis Mike if you want just a fun time. Just a fun time. I think there was like... there was another one I was watching, I think, recently that I was also keeping up with, and I can't remember what it was. But I'm sure there are going to be some very good suggestions also in the chat. Let's see, I don't know if this is okay, because this whole like bit of his leg is just kind of like bundled in rope. I think I'm getting it all right, but we'll see. It's finding the balance between rope and pant leg. It is quite difficult. Also, looking at the time, it appears we're approaching the last kind of 5-10 minutes of stream time. So, yeah, made okay progress on this. I think we got through a good chunk of it, but like I say, I've been very distracted, just sort of having a nice little chat with you guys, so thank you for conversing with me. There's still, like I say, there's still about 5-10 minutes, so you don't need to go rushing out the door just yet. Just want to give you a heads up. I'm going to be heading into wind down time. I'll just try and keep an eye on the clock and try not to keep you too long. Past the scheduled hour. Certainly it would be nice to try and finish this pant leg at least. But yeah, I hope you guys have had a delightful time spending some chilled out stream hours here with me on the stream. I don't really know, as per usual, I don't really know how to wind things down. Jenny Bud, hello, good to see you here, amigo. Yo 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 to yourself. Oh, Crazy Cat asking question, do you watch Danganronpa? No, I never watched the anime, but I played it. I was a big Danganronpa fan, Danganronpa 1 and 2 back in, it would have been 6th form, because again, me and my mate played it at around the same time, and we've actually got another one of our friends into it now. I think they were playing through it recently, if not still ongoing. But yeah, it's again, just a fun time. It's just a fun little fun time game, where nothing bad happens. I feel like I have terrible luck when it comes to murder mystery games, because my favorites never survive. My favorites are always like among the first to go. Ava Draws asking, Alex, what's your favorite animal to draw? None of them. Animals are difficult. Now, probably like I say that, and I've got a frog sat on my stream overlay right now. Yeah, probably just any animal that can be interpreted by way of drawing like 3 circles and putting eyes on it and saying, this is a cat. this is a bear. Sophia asking if I play FNAF. Again, I don't personally play horror games a lot myself. I much prefer to watch people play it and then only get the horror secondhand because I'm not good with horror. It's weird. I really enjoy horror. I love the horror genre in films. I love like the atmosphere of horror games, but like I don't have the nerves for them. I don't I'm not built for them myself. But yeah, I've watched a lot of people play FNAF. Play FNAF. FNAF. Sorry. I got completely possessed by just switching the vowel out for a second there. Froggies. Space Woman asking who my favourite Danganronpa character is. I feel like I might spoil it because I just sort of said that my favourites never survive. So I might not answer that one in case anybody wants to play. But if people do want to hear, cover your ears if you don't want spoilers, okay? 3, 2, so my favourite Danganronpa characters are probably Gundam Tanaka and the one with the pink hair and Ishimaru and Mondo. I love those guys. Oh, it didn't go well for them though. And if you were covering your ears, you can listen again now. I don't know how they're gonna hear me if they were covering their ears, but hopefully they maybe they just got bored and everybody started listening again if they were avoiding spoilers. Anyway, oh, thoughts on the brand new Animal anime? I haven't watched that, but I've seen a lot of clips of the animation and it looks very well done. Anyway, I'm just gonna try and finish this little leggy, or at least the pants. I'll save you guys from watching me try and like struggle to ink a foot, but I'll get these trousers done, and then I think we'll probably call it a day there, because somehow time has absolutely flown by and it's already about 9 o'clock, which is crazy. It really doesn't feel like that time. I think last time I did a stream, I was chatting to one of my mates afterwards, and they were like, oh, good job on the stream and stuff, it was fun. And I was like, thank you, that's cool. I don't remember any of it. Like, pretty much for the duration of a stream, I kind of just, like, enter a transcendent state and dissociate and just sort of, like, don't remember any of it afterwards. I do, but not for a little minute. I think it's just the adrenaline rush of hosting a stream and hoping that nothing breaks. Just kind of takes over my mind for a little minute. And let's give these some texture. I don't think that's going the right way. Let's give these some texture in the right direction. And yeah, like I say, I'm probably going to finish this up once, like after the stream's over in my own time. I might like do a bit of it this weekend. So if you would like to see the finished version of this picture, I'm probably going to finish inking it and give it some color as well. Just keep an eye out on my various social medias. I'll post it to all the usual places, Twitter, Instagram. I was about to say Facebook. Who uses Facebook? Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr is usually where I post my stuff. Links to all of those are in the you know, the description. That place that I know how to say with my mouth. The description. So yeah, if you want to keep an eye out for all of that, just keep an eye on those. And yeah, if you have any suggestions for what you might like to see next time I stream, I'll probably do another one of these. I'm trying to keep up with doing them like every last Friday of the month. So yeah, this was the 26th, but next month it'll just be whatever date the last Friday is. And I'll try and do this again where I do like the sketch beforehand, and then I'll do the inking on stream with you guys, if indeed it's another art stream. So yeah, if you guys have any suggestions, they're always welcome. You can leave them in the comments, or you can drop them in chat right now. All of that stuff. But yeah, for now, I think we'll go ahead and call it a day there. Thank you so much for joining me today, everybody. If any of you guys came a bit late and you missed the start, or like it's just like 4 a.m. for you and you missed this entirely, you can catch this pretty much as soon as the stream ends. I'm going to be uploading it as a video. I think it's set to upload as a video. I don't think I have to do anything. It should just do it automatically. But yeah, you can go back, watch it again, watch it for the first time, catch up on anything you missed. And yeah, if you want some more streaming content in the interim, like I say, I only really do these once a month, but over on the Shrieking Wizard Co channel, there's a stream every Saturday evening, again, 7 p.m. England time. You'll need to translate that to your own time zones, but there is indeed another stream tomorrow evening, 7 p.m. Shrieking Wizard Co. I believe Jenny, Matt, and Beth are going to be doing some Stardew and wrangling or generally acquiring some chickens, which I don't know about you, but I am very much looking forward to. So come along and join in for that if you fancy it. But yeah, for now, I hope you guys are all going to stay as safe, happy, and healthy as you possibly can. Thank you so much again for joining me for this stream, and I will hopefully see you next time. Have a beautiful weekend, everybody. Bye!